A lot of people out there realize that I'm a little bit hyper, a little bit different, and a little bit the same at the same time. What did I say? It doesn't really matter because we're talking big steel cage match where nothing makes sense.
Van and Holden in the morning. Van and Holden in the morning. Van and Holden in the morning. Van and Holden in the morning.
Good morning, Vandal Landon.
Good morning, Holden Albright.
I've never called you Vandal Landon before, for the record.
No, but there are a few names out there that, like, I just won't say what it actually is, and I will just say something different most of the time. So
That's your backyard pro gimmick, Vandal Landon. It's just you being a graffiti artist.
Vandal Landon? Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What's your topic, homie?
Oh, you want to know what I want to talk about?
Tell me what you want to talk about.
This is relevant, so I'm sure there are listeners out here who want to hear about this. It's about
the past
me.
few days, irrelevant, but this one, relevant.
No, this is irrelevant because this is something that we all could have experienced. I went to the All Your Friends Festival at Burles Creek lately, when it happened, obviously. And I got to see a bunch of music acts perform and have a blast in the sun for 2 whole days recently. That's what I got up to. And that's what my topic is. Talking about Van Landon's time at the All Your Friends Festival.
You keep setting it up like I'm supposed to reply to this, but you're just telling stories right now. I don't know what these pauses are, dude.
So I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, because by the end of Sunday night, I'm not remembering much about anything. So I'll start at the beginning. You're thinking...
As most stories start.
You're thinking, Van, like, why'd you go to All Your Friends Fest? Well, simple. I had a homie hook me up with a free weekend pass.
Oh, shit.
And not just like a free weekend pass, a free VIP weekend pass. So I was living like a king all weekend. And I didn't spend a cent on it. So I'm sorry to everyone out there who's listening to this. Like, oh, I bought my shit full price. What the fuck? You're telling me Van Landon was there for free? What the fuck? Sorry to you guys. I don't know how it happened either. But that's how I ended up there. And to be honest, that's the only way I was going to end up there. But I got to see Rise Against perform on day one. I got to see Boys Like Girls perform on day one. And for anybody that's into old school emo music, this is the festival for you, because that's what this whole lineup is literally meant to be. And notice how I only said those 2 artists. It's because I'll be honest, I wasn't driving. I had a designated driver both ways, both nights, and so I was smashing back $15 beers like they were going out of style.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. It was rough, but
were they
someone
tall
had to
boys
do
at
it.
least?
Yeah, they were. They
Okay.
were, luckily. And so, like I said, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So I chose it to be me. And I'm standing there in the little VIP section looking at the stage, because you had your own viewing area. And some other, like, emo drunk bro comes up to me right before Rise Against comes on. And he's like, oh, yeah, are you excited for this? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah? What are you excited to see? And I'm like, Prayer of the Refugee. And he's like, oh, yeah, what else? And I go, nothing else. It's the only one I know. And he just walked away from me after that because he realized I was a fake fan.
Well,
Which,
to be fair, he's not actually having a conversation with you. He's interviewing you.
Apparently, right? And I did see people doing those, like, like the real style, like,
the man on the street stuff.
Yeah, what's your body count? Hawk Tua. I saw people doing that, and I really wish somebody asked me to do it. But it's probably for the best that I didn't do nothing like that. But So yeah, so that was Rise Against Night 1, and I got to hear Prayer of the Refugee. Stay tuned for the behind the scenes vlog where I got that whole song there for you guys. We're getting copyright strikes for this. But day 2 is where things got real fun because there was a little bit more to be excited for. Unfortunately, I couldn't get there at the very beginning, and there was one band that I missed that I really wanted to see. Shout out Rarity. Shout out Loden. Shout out the boys. I wish I got to see your guys' set. I heard you crushed it, but I heard it from other people. I didn't see it firsthand. But I wish I was there for that. But I get there a little bit later on, and again, I'm doing the job, which is smashing $15 beers again. Somebody's got to do it. But the big highlight, Avril Lavigne and Simple Plan, sort of back to back, a little 1-2 punch, if you will. State Champs were also there, which is another like underrated classic. But I'll be honest, I was using State Champs time to inebriate myself as much as possible to enjoy the rest of the night. But Simple Plan, oh my goodness, was that ever like a fulfilling show? Because not only did they play obviously all the hits ever, you name it, they played it. But for anybody who's been listening to us all week, you may have heard us talk about a weird pasta name. Simple Plan played the Scooby-Doo theme song. Because of course they did. Because it fucking slaps. Goes hard, like still goes hard. And if I wasn't hanging out where I was hanging out in the little VIP section, which everything was way more tame, obviously, in there, you know your boy VL would have been in the pit to What's New Scooby-Doo. And then again, Avril Lavigne crushed it, but by that point, I was only about 10% there, 90% enjoying myself. So yeah, that was the All Your Friends Fest. Albright, if I could swing us 2 VIP weekend passes to next year, would you indulge in the festivities? I'm curious.
Yeah, I won't know most of the bands or the songs. I'm sure like I'll be like, "Oh, it's this song." But like, yeah, I'm down for experiences.
Sick. I like to hear that. And then also, shout out to everybody who literally saw me there and was like, yo, what up, Van Landon? Even though I had my sunglasses on, this big old mustache, and on the first day, a sweater with my hood up, you guys still found me and we still hung out. So shout out to everybody.
Dude, your sunglasses are a part of your gimmick.
But it wasn't those ones. It wasn't those ones. It was like normal ones in comparison. So shout out to all you people. You
You're
know who
wearing a
you
fucking
are.
Team LTD hoodie and fucking Van Landing glasses. You're like, I wonder why they recognize me.
How'd they recognize me on my Facebook profile picture?
Oh, I got recognized at the wrestling club on Saturday when I was hanging out there. But
Oh,
I'm trying to remember because there was times I was hanging out with KPK and Matty Z and Travis Moore. But there's one part, I think it might have been Ahmed or Abu. And they're like, oh my God, great match, good stuff, guys. And I was like, oh, did you used to, you're a wrestler, right? I'm like, yeah, I used to. It's like, oh, are you coming back? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back this month. And I was like, oh, cool. And then they walked away. And I just went like, why do I get recognized that way? And they're like, well, they complimented you. And I repeated what they told me. It's like, you used to wrestle, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back this month. Okay. Where's the compliment in that? That's an observation. There was no compliment. There was also no critiquing.
it was more or less just one of those weird interviews.
It's just acknowledging my existence.
Hey, you're human, right?
Depended on the decade, didn't feel that way. But I gotta ask you, it's called All Your Friends Festival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it ironic that it's called that, but most of the fan base that loves that music committed suicide because they probably felt like they had no friends? Goodbye!
Van and Holden in the morning. Van and Holden in the morning. Van and Holden in the morning. Van and Holden in the morning.
This is Holden Albright, also known as Brendan Caulfield, legally. You can follow me at Holden Pro on Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. But more importantly, patreon.com/Brendan C.
And I am the barn burner Van Landon, legally the barn burner. And you can find me everywhere at the Van Landon, TheVanLandon. Search me up anywhere and everywhere. You will find the Bar Murder Van Landon.